And for his weapon of choice, custard pies.
As we say in the pirate business, custard-pied men tell no tales. Yo-ho-ho, me hearty!
Look harder! Look, it's Captain Garfield playing for Sea Dog. Wait, seize control of the ship, me Captain. Trust and guide as you ordered, Captain.
Good job, me buckos. You know what dire fate awaits ye, don't ye?
Oh, please, Captain, help me work the hooks.
Tongue!
Captain Garfield, I beg of you, spare me crew and spare me your meringue.
Hey, someone finally bought the show's deck house. We have new neighbors, Garfield.
I don't care, just so long as they barbecue. Nothing. It's gonna interrupt my 2:17 in the afternoon. The pest alarm. Who's here? Oh no, it's still under. Okay, I need to write a card. Do not open until Christmas or when twins leave. They'll never find me here. Bagel, bagel.
Hi, Uncle John!
Priscilla, Minerva.
No, I'm Minerva. She's Drusilla. We have to play with the kitty cat.
Priscilla, Minerva.
No, I'm Minerva. She's Drusilla. We have to play with the kitty cat.
Oh wait, I need to write a card. Do not open until Christmas or when twins leave. They'll never find me in here. I hope, I hope, I hope.
Hi, Uncle John!
Priscilla, Minerva.
No, I'm Minerva.
Minerva.
Till Christmas, I need to write a card.
Yes, they just arrived. Oh, they ran upstairs to find Garfield and play dress up. Garfield? No, he doesn't mind.
Let them dress you up in the new fall fashions and see how you like it. Yeah! Hiding place. I need a hiding place.
Where are you? I love the designer gals too. Let's have a fitting.
This is where those new neighbors are moving in. I'll hide in their yard. I'm safe. I'm safe.
Hey, Cat, you want to play pirate?
I don't think I want to do that, no.
Hey, Cat, you want to play pirate?
Hey, how did you get here so fast?
Pirate. Want to play pirate? I'm Lester. He's Chester. I'm Chester. He's Lester. We're Chester and Lester.
I'm Garfield and Lee. No. But don't just sit there with the remote control in your hand. Help the poor kid.
We think you went this way, Drusilla. You're Drusilla. I'm Minerva. Oh, right.
I don't think I'm gonna like playing pirate.
What shall we do with this scurvy knave, matey? Make the scurvy knave walk the plank, Captain. Aye, matey.
I was right. I don't like playing pirate.
Poor kitty. We have to rescue him. Don't worry, Garfield. We'll clean you up. Let's give him a bath. Give him
Help! Someone rescue me from the rescue!
Hey, come back here with our scurvy knave. Yeah, we were playing pirate with them. Whoa! Nice dog. You're just playing around. Leave us alone, dog. It's okay, boy.
instead.
He still smells like mud. Let's go get some perfume. Yes, perfume. Like a daffodil. It smells so sweet.
Gotta get out of here. I have to move to another country. Any of you know a country where there are no twins, where it's illegal to look like anyone else? Oh no! On the other hand, what?
Well, what should we do with this lily-livered sidewinder, Sheriff? Make the...
It's nap time again.
Oh,
Drop her.
you want to play pirate?
Bodie, you coward. Of course, I would have done the exact same thing.
Come back when we can.
Come on.
We want to play dress up with the kitty cat. We want to play dress up with the kitty cat. We want to play dress up with the kitty cat. We want to play dress up with the kitty cat.
Help! Save me from the twins!
We want to play cowboy with the kitty cat. We want to play pirate with the kitty cat. We want to play pirate with the kitty cat.
Help! Save me from the other twins! Hey! Hurry! Terrible! We're right. Oh no! Twin doggy songs! Hey, I know this place.
You know me.
The list.
The kind of and anchovies. I want Canadian bacon walnuts and more Canadian bacon.
This couldn't get any worse.
Hi, Garfield.
Garfield, are you alright? Garfield? I think he's okay, Drusilla. Oh, I think he is too. And you're Drusilla. I'm just a video game or a game to show you.
Busy for two dinners.
Take a look at what I have here.
More duplicates for a while.
Is that you, Garfield? Take a look at what I have here.
More twins.
I just wanted to show him my new full-length mirror. I don't understand that cat. Me neither. Happy birthday, Liz!
Oh, John, you're spoiling me. You must have better things to do with your money.
Yeah, spend it on the cat.
Thank you so
Garfield, do you ever stop eating?
Sure, when I sleep and when I take naps.
See, that's exactly my point. When it comes to food, you lack willpower of any kind.
Oh. That's baloney. I could lay off food anytime I want. If I really wanted to, I could do it.
Yeah, right.
Wanna bet?
Sure. I'll bet that you can't go one whole hour without eating anything. If you lose, you'll be my personal slave for a whole week.
And what's in it for me if I win?
How about I stay away from your house for an entire month?
Now you're talking.
And
1,600.
congratulations. Are you? You say so.
15 ways to keep TV's always a good way. Never been so. Oh.
Rick, did you find it?
Yes, bacon and cheddar. Your favorite.
Ah!
Oh my. Oh, no.
Don't miss the new all-you-can-eat pizza buffet at Vito's. It's the best pizza on the planet. Let me show you how pizza should be made.
What are you doing?
Yeah, just went that way, so
Oh, look at the time. Only 55 more minutes of not eating to go.
55 more minutes. This is the longest hour of my whole life. I must find something to do that doesn't involve eating. Of course, I'll take a nap for the remaining 55 minutes. I'm sure Normal didn't see that coming. And when I wake up from my little nappy poop, I'll be rid of him for 31 days in a row. That's something to really look forward to.
Lunch is ready.
Did you just...
That one's for you, Normal. And the big one's for... Garfield? Triple cheese lasagna!
Thanks for rubbing the salt in my wound.
Are you sure you don't want any? Fine. Who wants a second helping?
Meow.
It'll never end. Come back here and bring some mustard. Ow! Ow! Hello, my little cupcake.
Garfield, you look weird. Is everything all right?
Shh. Do you hear it too?
You're what? You're what?
Come to me, Garfield. I know you want what's inside of me.
Oh my.
Open me.
Eat us, Garfield. Eat us, Garfield. We miss you. Don't you love us anymore?
Can't give up now. Must resist.
Eat us. You'll feel better.
Eat us,
Oh,
eat
no, this is
us. You'll
give it
feel
down. Give it down. Show me where
better.
it is.
Eat,
Papa, mount mo sa ganyan mag-grab. Bakit eh?
Huh?
Diba? Yok daw.
I made it! I made it! I won! I won the bet thanks to my amazing will!
My part.
It's so...
I think it's just.
You think I...
Don't give him any solid food for the next.
Kidding, I barely made it through one.
Atang hapon.
Pity I have to respect our bet and stay out of this house for one whole month. You could have helped me with this enormous, chocolatey, yummy ice cream.
No. Chocolate! Thank you, cat.
माझं मला आशेपणा हे काय प्रतिक्रिया त्यानंतर हे जे करतो ते काम होतं मग मध्ये हे फ्रीलान्सिंगची कामं होती
ती पण गेली ना दे give me one leg no
आणि मला
Ladies and gentlemen, Garfield and friends.
हा जो व्यक्ती आहे
first projects पण आहे
Friends are someone you can
मी
open
आहे
up to when you've got the world on your shoulder. Friends are there when you need
अरे अभिषेक बोल ना हा हा घेतो ऍक्सेस हॅलो मी घेतो ऍक्सेस आता चालू कर 5 मिनिट
I don't care. Friends are there, the world enough to.
When you feel like you're ready to fly, with something inside, start to break on through to the other side.
Friends are someone you can open up to
When you feel like you're ready to fly,
when you've got the world on your shoulder.
friends are there to give you a tip.
Friends are there when you need them. They're even there when you don't.
don't show this to anyone okay
I don't care.
Friends will care for you.
We've got to stop that chicken from writing on my logo every week.
Ladies and gentlemen, Garfield and friends.
Friends are there.
To help you get started,
Friends are there.
to help you get started, to give you a push on your way,
Friends are there.
to turn you around, get your feet on the ground for a brand new day.
To pick you up when you're down.
Help you swallow your pride when something inside starts to break on through to the other side.
Friends are someone you can open up to
When you feel like you're ready to flip,
when you've got the world on your shoulder.
friends are there to give you a tip.
Friends are there when you need them. They're even there when you don't.
For a walk in the park, or a shot in the dark, friends are there.
I don't care.
Friends will care for you.
You folks have this confused. I'm real and you're animated.
Ladies and gentlemen, Garfield and friends.
We're ready to party. Ready to party. I hope you bring lots of spaghetti. Come on in, come to my place where fun never ends. Come on in, it's time to party with Garfield and friends. Fiesta, siesta, la bamba. Ay caramba, disguises, surprises, and pies of all sizes. Come on in, come to the place where fun never ends. Come on in, it's time to party with Garfield and friends. Come on in, it's time to party with Garfield and friends. Garfield and friends.
Enough of this entertainment jazz. Let's have some commercials.
Ladies and gentlemen, Garfield and friends.
We're ready to party. I hope you bring lots of spaghetti. I hope you I hope you bring lots of spaghetti. Come on in, come to the place where fun never ends. Come on in, it's time to party with Garfield and friends. Fiesta, siesta, la bamba. Fiesta, siesta, la bamba. Ay caramba, disguises, surprises, and pies of all sizes. Come on in, come to the place where fun never ends. Come on in, it's time to party with Garfield and friends. Come on in, it's time to party with Garfield and friends. Garfield and friends.
After 7 seasons, we've pretty much said everything you can say in this one.
And he's lazy, he sleeps, and he's so crazy. He's funky, he's groovy, he's strong.
Let's go to the world of coding. Are you ready for that? Yes!
And the mouse is following me and the cat is following the mouse. Isn't it fun?
I am coding, making my own future now, and you should too. Start.
It's time. What does soda do to your body? It makes my skin glow. No. Sodas contain high amounts of sugar. Within 20 minutes of drinking soda, the high sugar content enters our bloodstream and sends our pancreas into overdrive, thus causing it to produce a burst of insulin. However, over time, this can lead to diabetes. Also, as we drink more and more sodas, the high sugar content tricks our liver to convert this sugar into fat, which gets deposited around our vital organs, thus causing them to dysfunction. Sodas also contain various acids. These acids combined with the sugar can erode the tooth enamel, thus damaging our teeth. Phosphoric acid present in sodas is specifically believed to interrupt the process of absorption of calcium by bones, thus making them brittle. Besides this, overconsumption of sodas is also linked to kidney and heart-related diseases. Why don't we drink seawater?
Simple, because it tastes salty.
You are right, but besides taste, we don't drink seawater because it contains extreme amount of salt which can have dangerous effects on our body.
Really?
Indeed. Now, normally in our body the amount of water and salt inside.
It's time.
Are frozen foods safe to eat?
Yeah, that's why I eat ice creams.
Oh, dude. In food industry, there are two processes used for freezing, mechanical and cryogenic. In mechanical freezing, chilled air is passed over food items, causing them to slowly cool down and freeze. While, in cryogenic or flash freezing, food items are either directly sprayed or immersed in refrigerants like liquid nitrogen or carbon dioxide, thus freezing the food instantly. Frozen foods do have certain advantages. Firstly, nutritional loss is almost negligible. Secondly, while transporting and storing fresh food items, harmful bacteria can grow and contaminate the food. However, this will not happen in case of frozen foods because bacteria don't usually grow in low, freezing temperatures. However, some frozen foods may contain stabilizers and trans fat. It is believed that these additives will either increase the risk or worsen certain pre-existing health conditions. Is overcooked food good for us? Obviously. Burnt toast is my favorite. Oh, some. Overcooking or charring the food from outside is in trend because it adds a smoky flavor and enhances the taste. However, experts believe that overcooking can have negative health effects. Firstly, the longer you cook, the more nutrient loss occurs. Secondly, overcooked food is hard to digest and metabolize. Thirdly, when we cook starchy food at high temperatures for longer periods, the naturally occurring sugar and amino acids react to form harmful carcinogens like acrylamides. Whereas overcooking of meat causes sugar, amino acids, and a substance called creatine to react, producing carcinogens called heterocyclic amines. Lastly, while grilling, fat from the meat can drip onto the burning coal, leading to the production of carcinogens called polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. Hence, it is recommended to cook food just until it gets a golden yellow color and not until it turns brown or black. Are canned foods safe? No, just pizzas are safe. Oh, some. Canning is basically a method in which food items are processed and then packed in airtight containers. This helps preserve food for longer periods. However, there are some disadvantages of canned foods. Firstly, canned foods can be high in sugar and salt, so they can pose a risk for people with high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, etc. Secondly, most cans have a coating of bisphenol A to prevent corrosion. Studies suggest that bisphenol A can leak into the food and have negative effects on our hormones and reproductive system. Thirdly, the acids present in food can react with the metal can and produce hydrogen gas, creating bulges, thus making food unsafe to eat. Lastly, improper canning process can lead to growth of dangerous bacteria called Clostridium botulinum. It produces a lethal toxin which, if consumed, can paralyze our muscles and cause death if left untreated. Is expired food safe to eat? No problemo. I'm as strong as Hulk. Oh, some. Usually we see 3 types of dates on food products: sell by, best by, and use by. Use by is what we call the expiry date. Consuming food past this date may prove to be harmful. Firstly, the nutritional value of the food will reduce. Secondly, as bacteria don't usually grow at low temperatures, many foods are frozen. But if foods are kept at room temperature, bacteria will develop in them. Now, if consumed, they can cause vomiting, diarrhea, food poisoning, etc. Thirdly, it is believed that when canned food expires, the acids present in food react with the metal can and produce hydrogen gas, creating bulges in the can and thus making the food unsafe to eat. So, expiry date is definitely a good indicator. But apart from that, we should also rely on our senses of smell and sight to check the quality of the food. Is fermented food good for us?
No! French fries are the best for me.
Alright, now listen. Fermentation is a process in which natural bacteria and yeast break down the sugar and starch present in the food, producing lactic acid and other compounds. For decades, fermenting was a technique to preserve food. However, nowadays, fermented food is getting a lot of attention because of the benefits it provides. Firstly, as the fermented food is pre-digested or broken down by bacteria, these foods are easier for us to digest. Secondly, fermentation increases the nutritional value by producing beneficial enzymes and vitamins. Thirdly, as microorganisms break down lactose present in the food, lactose-intolerant people can eat yogurt and other fermented milk products. Lastly, fermented foods contain probiotics, which are good or friendly bacteria. They improve our gut health, thus leading to a healthy immune system.
Plans inevitably change. With roadmaps in Jira software, quickly adapt and adjust to changing priorities, staying in.
It's Some time.
Why do turtles eat plastic?
I am crazy about burgers. They are crazy about plastic.
Oh, some. Earlier, it was believed that turtles mistakenly identified plastic bags for jellyfish. But this hypothesis was discarded when turtles were found to ingest plastic debris which had no resemblance to jellyfish. Also, turtles were found entangled in large mats of plastic debris which had no visual resemblance to jellyfish. As per a study, it was found that smell played a major part in loggerhead sea turtles eating plastic. How? In the study, it was found that these turtles were responding to airborne odorants from biofouled plastic. Now, this response was very similar to the way turtles responded to odorants from food. Researchers believe that dimethyl sulfide, a volatile odorant, might be responsible for such behavior from turtles. What if plastic was never invented?
No problemo. Instead of plastic, people will use a mastic.
Stop it, some. Plastic is not biodegradable. As compared to organic waste, it takes hundreds of years to decompose. No plastic means land and water pollution would be reduced by a great extent. But plastic is cheap, extremely easy to manufacture, very versatile, and doesn't get affected by water. It would be very difficult to replace plastic. Glass and paper can theoretically replace plastic, but this would come at a grave cost. Firstly, it would prove to be expensive. Secondly, as paper is made from trees, it can prove to be a disaster for the environment. Electronics industry would greatly suffer as plastic is widely used everywhere, from computers to smartphones. To conclude, instead of banning plastic altogether, banning the use of single-use plastic seems like a solution the world is waiting for. What if we accidentally eat plastic?
No plastic, no pollution is the some mantra.
Wow, some. Firstly, plastic is not biodegradable. As compared to organic waste, it takes hundreds of years to decompose. But if the quantity of swallowed plastic is small, then it will not be a problem. Our body pushes out the materials which it cannot digest. Problems might occur if the quantity of swallowed plastic is large. Our body will not be able to push it out. It will stay in our gut and might partially prevent further food digestion. In extreme cases, this may also prove to be fatal. Also, many plastics are chemical-laden. These chemicals are commonly known as phthalates. They are used to make plastics more flexible, transparent, hard to break, as well as to increase their longevity. Phthalates are extremely harmful to our body. They can damage our liver, kidneys, lungs, and reproductive system. Why are fish eating plastic? Every year, about 8 million metric tons of plastic waste is dumped into our oceans. Hence, in some parts of the oceans, there is more plastic than planktons and krills, which are a source of food for many fish. Now, according to a research,
Fish eat plastic because it breaks down into smaller fragments which are similar to the size of plankton. In addition to this, the plastic fragments present in salty seas or oceans release odor similar to that given off by plankton. Hence, fish mistakenly assume the plastic fragments to be planktons and thus eat them. As a result, many of them die. Besides this, some of these fish even reach our table as seafood. If we eat such fish, it can cause severe health problems. Hence, it is very important to recycle plastic and use eco-friendly products like paper bags.
Topic: electric charge. How does a plastic comb attract paper? What? You don't believe me? Okay, let us try. Take a plastic comb and bring it close to some pieces of paper. Hey, wait, don't laugh. We need to do something first. Rub the comb on your dry hair and then bring the comb close to the pieces of paper. See? I was correct. The pieces of paper got attracted to the plastic comb. Do you think it is magic? No. The reason behind this is electric charge. Electric charge is the quantity of electricity held in an object. There are two types of electric charges, positive and negative. However, there are some objects where the positive and negative charges are equal to one another. In such cases, we say that the object is electrically neutral. So, was the plastic comb initially electrically neutral or electrically charged? Initially, the plastic comb was electrically neutral. That means it had an equal number of positive and negative charges. Hence, it did not have the ability to exert a force and attract the pieces of paper. So, after rubbing the plastic comb on our dry hair, why was it able to attract the pieces of paper? I will tell you why. When we rubbed the plastic comb on our dry hair, it gained an electric charge. Once it got electrically charged, it got the ability to exert a force on the pieces of paper and attract them. This charge is called as static electricity. However, do you think, like a plastic comb, a metallic comb would also attract the pieces of paper? Nope, you are wrong. A metallic comb will not attract the pieces of paper like the plastic comb. Wondering why is that so? It is because plastic is not a good conductor of electricity. It does not allow the electric charges to flow through it onto the earth.
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire, messages that forge brighter connections, and emails that get the job done,
It's Sum time.
What? There were no books. Don't worry. I will teach science to everybody. Wow, Sum.
Alexa, uninstall all games from.
Firstly, bibliophiles, as in people who love books, will definitely get extremely sad. Secondly, with no books, libraries would no longer exist. People will miss reading books in the quiet atmosphere
of the library along with their cup of coffee. Thirdly, before the advent of modern technology, books were used for passing down knowledge from one generation to the next. With no books, the next generation might not turn out to be bright anymore. Lastly, with no books, historical events might be forgotten. Also, science might suffer as new studies may not be shared anymore. On the flip side, firstly, notebooks means trees will not be chopped down anymore to manufacture paper. This will make them extremely happy. Secondly, notebooks means no more homework. Children will be one happy lot. What if there were no schools?
Then I will start my some online classes.
Wow, some. Firstly, with no schools, kids will be at home all day. Parents will probably have no idea what to do with them. Secondly, with no schools, movie theaters and theme parks will be crowded all day long. Thirdly, with no schools, online learning will become extremely popular. Fourthly, with no schools, parents will start teaching their kids. Teachers will have to look for new jobs. Fifthly, with no schools, kids will probably have no future career plans. Career counselors will have a tough task in front of them. Lastly, with no schools, there will be no grades or report cards. Employers will have to recruit people based on their practical skills. On the flip side, with no schools, outdoor games will become more popular. Kids will probably become more physically healthy. What if there were no holidays?
Don't worry, some will never let this happen.
Wow, some. Firstly, with no holidays, people might get depressed. Psychologists will have a lot of work on their hand. Secondly, with no holidays, people will be working without any break. Their health may suffer. Hospital visits and sick leaves will take a huge jump. Thirdly, families come together on holidays. With no holidays, families might grow apart over a period of time. Fourthly, with no holidays, people might forget how to have fun anymore. Life might become dull and boring. Fifthly, with no holidays, tourism industry all around the world will suffer. Restaurants will close. Jobs will be lost. Lastly, with no holidays, productivity might take a dip as people may not be energetic enough or not in the right state of mind to work productively. What if there were no airplanes?
Then I will launch my some space company.
Wow, some. Firstly, the Wright brothers who invented the airplane would not be famous anymore. Secondly, with no airplanes, trains and ships would be extremely popular for long-distance travel. Thirdly, with no airplanes, travel time will increase by a lot. People will rarely travel across countries. Tourism industry will not be lucrative anymore. Fourthly, with no airplanes, worldwide defense industry will look very different. Tanks might make a comeback. Fifthly, with no airplanes, humans will look to the sky, watch the birds, and wish that one day even they could fly with them. Also, with no airplanes, people might start watching their favorite places on TV instead of traveling far-off distances to visit them. On the flip side, with no airplanes, pollution levels will go down worldwide. What if there were no clouds?
No problem. I have my magic carpet.
Some. Firstly, without any clouds, sunsets would no longer look spectacular. Secondly, without any clouds, there would be no way to redistribute fresh water from one place to another. Why? Because no clouds means no rains. Eventually, all the water present on Earth would evaporate and our Earth would begin to look like Mars, dry and barren. Thirdly, temperatures would suddenly rise during daytime and drop at night. Why? This is because clouds help regulate temperature. As clouds are generally white in color, they reflect a good amount of sunlight, thus helping keep our day temperatures down. But at the same time, at night, they don't allow all the heat reflected from Earth to escape, thus not allowing our nights to get too cold. What if all the mountains disappeared?
Some clones would take their places.
Nah.
This is how fast YouTube is with Brave. Notice how there's no pre-roll ads? And here's how you can see how much time you save with Brave. Look, Chrome was great in 2008, but it's 2021. Join the 20 million people already using Brave. Experience a faster internet through Brave.
Earth's solid surface is made up of several tectonic plates. Mountains are formed when two tectonic plates smash into each other. Now, if mountains disappeared, then tectonic plates would also have disappeared. With the tectonic plates gone, hot mantle below would take its place, thus making it impossible for us to even walk. With no mountains, the lava present in them would flow and spread to the surrounding cities. Global ecosystem would also get disturbed as mountains possess a great variety of flora and fauna. As glaciers on mountains are a source of water for many rivers, no mountains means those rivers would dry out. Also, since mountains change the direction of winds and block rain clouds, there would be catastrophic changes in global weather patterns. Lastly, without mountains, we would not be able to paraglide, ski, or enjoy river rafting. What if all glaciers melted?
Then I would go swimming to the North Pole.
Stop it, It is estimated that glaciers presently occupy about 10% of the world's landmass. Now, if all the glaciers were to suddenly melt, firstly, sea levels around the world would rise by more than 50 meters. So no more beach vacations. Secondly, more land will be covered by water. Hence, home and office prices will skyrocket. Thirdly, it would be cheaper as well as easier to drill oil near the poles. Oil companies would definitely rejoice. Fourthly, new shipping routes will open up. Stocks of cruise companies will definitely go up. Fifthly, old preserved fossils or lost civilizations might be uncovered. Museums might be a happy lot in this case. Lastly, as shown in movies, certain deadly hidden viruses might affect the health of worldwide population. What if Jupiter never existed?
No problem. I will give company to Saturn, Jupiter's lonely neighbor.
As per Roman mythology, Jupiter is the god of thunder, lightning, and storms. It is the largest planet in our solar system, and its mass is about 2.5 times the total combined weight of all the other planets in our solar system. Now, if Jupiter would have never existed, it is safe to say that even we would not have existed. Why? Because some scientists believe that during the initial stages of the formation of our solar system, Jupiter's inward migration towards the Sun and then subsequent outward migration away from the Sun and towards Saturn played a vital role in the formation of Mercury, Venus, and Earth. Also, since ages, Jupiter has been protecting Earth from collisions with large asteroids and comets. Lastly, more than 70 moons of Jupiter would have wandered along the solar system as orphans. What if the moon disappeared?
the Great will start shining and take its place.
Firstly, our nights would definitely be darker. Due to this, night predators like owls would find it very difficult to hunt at night. But this would be great news for stargazers as there is no interference from moonlight. Secondly, as the moon's gravity is no longer there to hold the Earth, it would rotate faster and thus our days will be much shorter than 24 hours. Craters on Moon are a proof that it has protected Earth from thousands of asteroids and comets. This no longer will be the case. With the moon missing, tides in our oceans will be much smaller as only sun will slightly influence them. Changing tides will also influence the global weather patterns. Finally, moon's disappearance might tilt Earth's axis drastically, causing extreme changes in seasons and climate.
It's some time.
What if ads disappeared?
Oh no! Now where will I advertise my kung fu skills?
Firstly, if ads disappeared, Google search may not remain free anymore. We may have to pay for every search. Secondly, newspapers earn a substantial amount of their revenue by showing ads. If ads disappeared, newspapers will have to either raise their prices or risk getting shut down. Thirdly, ads are known to slow down websites. If ads disappeared, our browsing experience may suddenly get faster. Fourthly, companies are able to reach as well as sell their products by showing ads. If ads disappeared, selling may not remain easy anymore. Fifthly, celebrities as well as influencers earn huge income by featuring in ads. If ads disappeared, their income may dwindle drastically. Lastly, if ads disappeared, social media sites will not be free anymore. One may have to pay a monthly fee to use them. What if our ears disappeared?
Oh no! What will I do with my brand new headphones?
Firstly, if our ears disappeared, there will be confusion everywhere. Nobody will understand what the other person is saying. Secondly, if our ears disappeared, sign language will suddenly become extremely popular. Thirdly, if our ears disappeared, musicians as well as singers will have to look for a different profession. Fourthly, if our ears disappeared, gradually people will also stop talking as nobody is able to hear anything. Fifthly, if our ears disappeared, earrings will be rendered useless overnight. Sixthly, if our ears disappeared, manufacturers of headphones, speakers, as well as various musical instruments will have to shut their shops. Lastly, snakes have no outer ears, but it is believed that they can hear with their inner ear using vibrations. If our ears disappeared, we will have a lot to learn from snakes. What if fruits disappeared?
No problem. I have my cakes and ice creams.
Firstly, if fruits disappeared, health-conscious people may lose an extremely important part of their diet. Secondly, fruits are important sources of many essential nutrients. If fruits disappeared, people may start getting nutritionally deficient, which may lead to health problems. Thirdly, parrots as well as monkeys are frugivores, as in fruit is their preferred food type. If fruits disappeared, they will be mightily disappointed. Fourthly, fruit juices, fresh as well as packaged, have become extremely popular worldwide. If fruits disappeared, the fruit juice industry may have to shut down. Fifthly, in fruit farming, farmers cultivate fruit crops mainly for commercial purposes. If fruits disappeared, fruit farms will close down worldwide. Lastly, many chefs include fruits in their favorite recipes. If fruits disappeared, chefs will have a tough job on their hands. What if windows disappeared?
No problem. I will replace all windows with doors.
Some. Firstly, windows help in air circulation. If windows disappeared, people may not get any fresh air inside their homes. Secondly, windows allow sunlight and moonlight to enter the house. If windows disappeared, people may turn on lights more often. Electricity bills will increase. Thirdly, if windows disappeared, claustrophobic people, as in people having fear of confined spaces, will be most adversely affected. Fourthly, tourists pay exorbitant sums to get a panoramic view from their hotel rooms. If windows disappeared, profits of hotel industry might plummet. Fifthly, if windows disappeared, traveling in expensive cars or in business class by airplanes will not be attractive anymore. Sixthly, if windows disappeared, there will not be any need for curtains anymore. Curtain industry may completely shut down. Lastly, if windows disappeared, selling a house will not be easy anymore. What if parking lots disappeared?
I don't need a parking lot. Some can park anywhere.
Some. Firstly, if parking lots disappeared, people may stop buying cars. Entire auto industry might collapse. Secondly, if parking lots disappeared, popularity of ride-hailing apps will increase exponentially. Thirdly, if parking lots disappeared, public transportation may become overburdened. Fourthly, if parking lots disappeared, malls, restaurants, and movie halls might start losing business as people will avoid going to crowded places. Fifthly, if parking lots disappeared, people might start parking cars on roads, bridges, lawns, etc. Our cities may start looking very, very different. Sixthly, if parking lots disappeared, organizing large concerts or sporting events may become almost impossible. Lastly, if parking lots disappeared, much smaller single-seater cars might become extremely popular. What if cheese disappeared?
Don't ask me. I need to go urgently and hide all my cheese.
Some. Firstly, cheese is an extremely important part of our favorite foods like pizzas, burgers, popcorn, etc. If cheese disappeared, we may not enjoy these foods anymore. Secondly, excessive consumption of cheese can lead to obesity along with other health problems. If cheese disappeared, some people may actually get fitter. Thirdly, cheese is made from milk. If cheese disappeared, demand for milk may fall worldwide. Fourthly, cheese industry employs millions of people in its manufacturing, distribution, as well as sale. If cheese disappeared, many jobs will be lost. Fifthly, many researchers believe that eating moderate amount of cheese is actually good for our heart and also offers other health benefits. If cheese disappeared, all these health benefits will be lost. Lastly, if cheese disappeared, all the rats will be mightily disappointed. What if chairs disappeared?
Great. Now, instead of always sitting, I can start sleeping.
Oh, so.